Hi, I'm Brett MacDonald. Congratulations on downloading the activity to help engage your team. This is one of my favorite exercises, and it's called What You Can't See. And one of the special things about this exercise is that it can be done in person or it can be done virtually. When you run this activity, every person will need about 2 to 4 minutes, and that's enough time to describe and share the object they've chosen, as well as tell the story of it. So this activity can be done in a smaller group of 2 to 4 to 6 people, or it can be done in a larger group. It really depends on how much time you have during your meeting or during your retreat to run this exercise. The first thing that you're going to ask everyone to do is to choose an object. And if you're in person, this can be chosen from their desk or in their bag or even something that they're wearing. This is really just an object that has a bit of story behind it. And you'll find that once you start the small story, the bigger story and more details will embellish out from that. If you're doing this virtually, that's the neat thing, is that every person is in their own space and in their own room. And this room is full of inspiration and objects that mean something to me. So I've chosen an object to demonstrate this exercise to you. And it starts like this. What you can't see is I have a small statue. And the statue is made out of like red clay. And the interesting thing about it is it's actually broken in two. Now I'm going to show you this object. And it was one piece, but it's been broken into 2 pieces. And the reason I have this object is because, this little statue, is because when I was living in Munich, in Germany, I was part of a theater group. And this was the first show that I was a part of. And it was the Agatha Christie show, and then there were none, where people slowly get murdered throughout the show. And they have these 10 little statues, and every time someone disappears or is murdered, one of the statues falls off the mantelpiece. And so this is one of the statues from that. And what's special about this to me is that was the first play when I joined this theater company, and I made some of my very closest friends in that theater company, and specifically in that play. And so whenever I look at this object, it brings back the memories of not only the play that I was in and that I was working on, but also the friendships that I made with it and the time that I spent in Germany as well. And that's the exercise in a nutshell. Everyone has their time to share their object, to share their story behind it. And if there are questions, then people are open to ask those and further the discussion. I hope that this exercise opens up the curiosity of the people on your team so that they start to learn new things about each other and have further topics to talk to each other about and ask questions about. Because I think the deeper people get to know each other, the more trust there is there. And the more trust there is, the more engagement there is as well. If you have any questions about this exercise, please feel free to send me a message. I'm happy to help.